Hello. This video is on Huffman coding, which is an greedy and lossless algorithm designed for file compression. It was devised by David A. Huffman in 1951, and it improves on the fact that there are a lot of repetition of some characters in a large document, and also there is a lot of disparity between the number of the least frequent characters and the most frequent characters in the document. So the aim of this algorithm was to provide the characters with greater frequencies, less number of bits for its representation. So what does compression mean? So compression is reduction of the size of data, and its benefits are reduced storage needed, and the cost of transmission and latency also reduces. Sources of compressibility. So there are two sources of compressibility. One is redundancy and human perception. Redundancy basically is finding repeating patterns, and human perception is that we are able to discard less important data so as to save space. So there are two types of compression, lossless and lossy. So lossless compression preserves all the information and all the bits, and it exploits redundancy in data, and lossy conversion may lose some information because it's also based on human perception, which is and this can be applied to audios, images and videos. Huffman coding basically in a gist is using fewer bits to represent frequent symbols and more bits to represent infrequent symbols in our document. So this is an example of the effect of Huffman encoding on compression. So as you can see, the original one has 2 bits per symbol, and the Huffman coded document has 1.75 bits per symbol. So you can see there is a bit less space needed in case of Huffman. So Huffman codes are stored in trees which are called Huffman trees, and each leaf of the tree represents a character. As you can see, this is a tree and this is the root node of the tree. So the path of traversing the tree gives us the code for the symbol. For example, going right of the root should give us 1 and going left of the root should give us 0. So for this the tree, the root is this node, so going right gives us 1, again going right gives us 1, and again going right gives us 1, and the last is the leaf node, which is D, so 1 1 1 will equals to D in the coding of the document. Similarly, if we traverse it like this, first we go a right, then we go a left, which is 0, this 0, and then we reach the final node, which is B, so 0 1 equals B in the encoded document. Now Huffman coding algorithm overview. So basically we calculate the frequencies of all symbols in the file and create a binary tree representing the best encoding. We will see how this works, and then saving the binary tree. So this is the algorithm, you can see it once. So let's take an example. So first we have to choose 2 trees. This is a forest of trees, so we have to choose 2 trees with the least number of weights. Weights is basically the frequency of the character in the document. So in this character A and H are the least frequent, so we would join these two in another tree of 2 nodes. So now here we have a tree of 2 nodes, A and H, as seen previously, with 3 and 2 as their respective frequencies. So now the cumulative frequency of A and H would become 5. Now we have to choose another 2 trees with the least frequencies or weights. So they would be C and this tree, because both of them are 5 5. So now C, A and H would be joined in one tree. So the weight of A is 3, H is 2, C is 5, and so the cumulative weight of all these three would be 10. Now again we have to choose two trees with the least weights, so they would be 8 and 7, that is E and I. So we would join them together in a tree. So as you can see, we have joined E and I, and the cumulative weight is 15. Now we have been left with two trees, and we would join both of these trees, this tree and this tree, in a singular tree. So this would be the Huffman coded tree. So now finding out the code for E, I, C, A and H, we would traverse from the root node to that specific symbol. And if we go right from the root node, we would choose a 1, and if we go left from the root node, we would choose a 0. So let's find out for E. So E is here, we have to go one left and then one right, so that would be 0 and then 1. Similarly for I, we have to go two lefts, 1 0, another 0, and this would be 0 and 0. Similarly, I'll show you for H. So H is here. Now we have to go one right, that's a 1. Another right, this one, so another 1, and then one left, so that's an H. This is the tree construction of the Huffman tree. Now we would generate the Huffman coded output for ACE. So A is 111, as you can see here, so there's 111. Then C, it's 10, so there's 10, and E is 01. So this would be the Huffman coded output for ACE. Now let's see how would we decode this, the Huffman code, from this given tree. So there's a 1, we go right to the left to the root, and there's another 1, we again go right to the root, and there's another 1 and another right to the root. So this gives us A. So the first three characters of this code will give us A. Then we start again from the root, so a right once more, and then a 0, so there's a left, which gives us C. So this will give C. Now for 0 and 1, there's a left from the root, and there's another right from the root, so this gives us C. One left and one right. So the characters for this Huffman code would be A, C and E. These are some properties of the Huffman code. So Huffman code is a prefix code, which means there is no code which is a prefix of another code. For example, if I is 0 and 0 and X is 0 and 1, then we won't be ever be able to get X, because once we go from 0 to 0, we would find I, and then there would be no path from that root to left or right, since you know that all of the characters are stored in the leaf node, and the leaf node does not have any children. So there's another thing, that Huffman code is non-deterministic, which means that there may be multiple Huffman codes for the same input. These are some other properties of the Huffman code. So as I told you before, it's a greedy algorithm, and it chooses the best local solution at each step. So we combine two trees with the lowest frequency, and we do not care about the other trees, what's happening to them. So it's a greedy algorithm, and it still yields the overall best solution. So generally in a very large document, Huffman code would save up to 60 to 70% space, and there are some problems with this code, but still it's a very optimal solution.